Yo people, and welcome back to another video. First, this one is preview for Newcastle against Chelsea. Um, Unfortunately we couldn't pre-record it in a long form video, but and on Carl, the Newcastle fan that is giving his thoughts on the game, we did do a pre-recorded one for his channel. So link his channel in the title. Then you guys can go check the longer one. We discuss a bit more in depth about the game. But first, before I let him give his thoughts, my thoughts, I think we have we have a good chance. They've got like 10 injuries, and those mostly first team injuries. So I think we have a chance. Of course, they done the double over us last season, so I kind of want to do get one over them. And it would be massive for us. Because if we can pick up a win, we go 1 point behind them. So a win is massive for us, but so it is for them, because I think if they win, they can go into the top four. Yeah, because I think United are on 23 points. If I'm not mistaken, but yeah, so they can go into the top five. So yeah, but it is a tough one to call this one. But I'll give my opinion and my thoughts from a Chelsea side. Of course, we don't really have many first team big injuries that like have played the season and now is injured for this game, as opposed to them. And I think it all depends on the way they set up. I think we've made it clear in the City game that we're not going to back down from any team. We're going to play our style of football. We're going to go one on one with them. So we're not going to back down. Um, I think it just depends how they set up. Because of course they got PSG midweek Tuesday night in France. So how do they set up? What do they do to nullify us? No, not to really nullify. What do they just do? To like in terms of style, do they sit back? Do they say we will play you? We will give you a go. Um, that's the main one. Because I think if they sit back, I think they might have more of a chance. I don't know how good they are in sitting back and just defending the whole game, but they should be pretty decent in it, because they have got one of the best defenses in the league. Um, but yeah, one big worry for Newcastle is that Lewis Hall won't be able to play. Um, so that would mean that they need Trippier at left back and Livramento at right back, um, and that they probably would need to play both Isak and Almiron unless they're going to play youngsters. Again, another thing that goes into their favour is their home form. They are really good at home. Don't think they've lost it this season. Um, no, well, they have. Sorry, they actually have. They lost to Liverpool um, at St James's Park. So yeah, but I think that's the only loss, because they beat Saturday. They drew with Arsenal. So they do have a decent record against the bigger teams, so-called Big Six. So yeah, um, but this one, it's a tough one to call, because I don't know what Newcastle shows up. Really, if they just go hell bent and defend, I think we have a good chance, but that again isn't how Eddie Howe plays. So yeah, we'll see. But I think we've got a good chance. But like I say, it depends on Newcastle really. Um, if they come out to play against us, I think we can give them a go. And I think then we can win. If they just sit back, I think we will draw. And that's what I'm going to go for. As a prediction, I'm going to go 1-1 draw. And I know Carl didn't say it in his video, but he also agrees with me 1-1, but he is hoping for 1-0. Um, Newcastle win like it was last season at St James's Park with a Joe Willock um, winner. So yeah, hopefully that isn't the case, and we can beat them. So yeah, but yeah, I'll give it over to him now.
Hi everybody, so Hanno asked us to send over a video, of course, to talk about my thoughts on the game heading into the game against Chelsea, of course, at the weekend at our kicking ground, St James's Park, and we're going into this game undefeated, of course. My thoughts on the season so far, I feel we've been doing pretty well in the season. Unfortunately, we're starting to see a little bit of wear and tear on the players with the injuries at the moment. 14 players out injured for Newcastle, and most of them are first teamers. Players the likes of Harvey Barnes, Sven Botman, Dan Burn, Jacob Murphy. Lots of big named players in there that are first teamers for us this season, and it is a little bit of a shame to be seeing that many bodies on the injury table, unfortunately. But looking at this game, I feel it will be a bit of a tough game. If you've catched the preview with me and Hanno over on my channel, 100% Mags, of course, then you will know what my thoughts are heading into this game, that it will be a tough game. I do think that the injuries will play a part in the game as well. I guess we'll find out how much of a part they will play in the game, to be honest. But we are still undefeated at St James's Park, so that is a bonus for us. And of course, this game being at home as well is also an advantage for us. Even if we do have all of them injuries, we still have that advantage of it being a home game, and we're being undefeated at home as well so far this season. So, looking at it, I think we can have a pretty good chance of coming away with the points if the crowd gets behind the lads, which our fans always do. Eddie Howe is going to have a tough job to pick a starting 11 for this game with so many players out. And of course, we do have that game as well against PSG in France, in Paris, of course, the Champions League game of Group F, the fifth game of Group F, as we take on PSG in France after this game against Chelsea, of course, at the weekend there. So we'll have to see, what happens in that one. But then we've also got a game on the 2nd of December as well against Man United after the PSG game. Then, of course, we've got the game against Everton and a game against Spurs. So, the games are starting to rack up fast now. So it's going to be a tough one to see what we do in the games ahead. But we definitely, need a little bit of luck. We are getting a little bit of luck in a way with news that Isak could be playing at the weekend. Almiron as well could be playing at the weekend. The questionables on whether they're going to play it or not. But we have heard that, Eddie Howe has said that Isak could play in the game. Fabian Shaw as well is a possibility to play in the game, but again, another questionable one on that as well. But we'll see how it goes. Let us know your thoughts, and thank you to Hanno for allowing us to come onto the channel. It's been a pleasure, and I'll see you all in the next one. However, that's.
So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to go subscribe to his channel and subscribe to my channel. Where you're watching this right now. If you haven't already, smash a like too. And then do check out the longer form, longer preview that we did over on his channel, 100% Mags. Link is in the title, so go there. And yeah, but thank you guys for watching.